Okay, so here as we were talking about the metric calculation, right? Okay, okay, so here I am on R1. So here I am on R1. Okay, R1 is connected with ISP1 and ISP2. So let me bring this ISP1 here, and then ISP2, and then R4, and then server. Okay, so if I'm coming on R1, so IP interface brief exclude unassign, IP is configured, so IP route EIGRP is not configured. So let's configure EIGRP on all the routers. EIGRP 10 network no auto. Okay, we just wanted to configure EIGRP, that's it, right? Okay, ISP1 EIGRP is already there. ISP2 conft router EIGRP 10 network no auto, wait for the neighborship is okay. R4 conft router EIGRP 10 network no auto. Okay, so everything is done now. So if I am coming on R1, okay, so IP EIGRP route, so IP route EIGRP. So to reach this 5 destination, right, 5 1 and 5 5, I have only one path, which is 13. This, can you see here, this 13, right? Why not this one? Why only this one, right? So now if you check here in EIGRP metric calculation, okay, so EIGRP has some metric calculation, right? Okay, so let's follow that EIGRP metric calculation process. Okay, so EIGRP metric calculation is, this is the command, formula. Okay, metric equal to 10 to the power 7 least bandwidth plus cumulative delay divided by 10 multiplied by 256. So if I'm coming here, so I have 2 link. So he's saying that to reach from source to destination, how many link? 1 link, 2 link, 3 link, 4 link. So find the link bandwidth. So if you are coming here, so R1 to ISP1, so interface serial 2/0. Okay, so what is the bandwidth of that link? 1.1544. so you have seen that I have written the bandwidth here, right? Okay, serial ISP2 E0/2. so come here, ISP2, so interface E0/2. what is the bandwidth? 10,000. I have already written here. Same here, Ethernet, so bandwidth will be same, right? Okay, now come here to server. So interface loopback 1. What is the bandwidth? This is the bandwidth, right? 800 Mbps. Now, so from this way we have calculated Okay, from this way we have calculated, and from this way also we have calculated, and I have already written. Okay, now delay, if you will check here, come here, R1, what is the delay on the link? 20,000. Okay, I have written here, you can see here 20,000. Delay on this serial delay is 20,000, Ethernet delay is 1,000. So I have written everything, and the loopback delay is 5,000. If you want, I can show you here. Server delay on the loopback is 5,000. Okay, so now if you want, let's put those things in the formula. So 10 to the power 7. So 10 to the power 7 is it like this?
It's 100,000, 100 million.
3, 3, 6 and 7, right?
10 million.
Okay. Now divided by least bandwidth. So which from source to destination, which one is the lowest? 1544. So that you have to put 1544. Now plus cumulative delay. Cumulative delay means from source to destination all delay. So 20,000, 1,000, 21, 22 and 5, 27 divided by 10. Okay, have you seen? So 27,000 divided by 10 is 2700.
Yeah.
Okay, now multiply by 256. Are you understanding? So how much? So let's find in the calculator. Okay, so this is from ISP 1, right? So you can write here okay, so this is via ISP 1. ISP 1. Now we are going to set for ISP 2. ISP 2. Okay, so here also we will put the same formula. Okay, okay, so 10 to the power 7 divided by least bandwidth. So which one is the least bandwidth? 10,000. Here is also 10,000. Here is also 10,000, and here is 800,000. So which one is the lowest? 10,000.
The lowest one is
10,000. So you come here. So put the lowest is 10,000. Okay. So lowest is 10,000. Is it okay? Now cumulative delay, count delay 1,000, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 and 5, 8,000 divided by 10. So it is 800, right? Are you understanding? 800 multiplied by 256. Now use our calculator. Ten to the power 7, right? So 10 to the power 7 is this one, divided by 1544 equal to, so how much is that? This one, 6476 plus 2700. So plus 2700 equal to multiply by 256 equal to, so what is that, 2349, this one, right? Okay, so from here we got copy and paste here. So this is the answer from this way, right? Okay, let's count from this way. Okay, so 10 to the power 7, so 10 to the power 7 divided by 10,000, 1 0 is okay, right? 10,000 plus 800 plus 800 multiply by 256 equal to, so what is the answer, 46800. Copy, come here and paste it here. Okay, so after calculating, which one is the lowest, this ISP1 is the lowest or ISP2 is the lowest? ISP2. Let's come here in the router 1. So IP EIGRP topology, enter topology, all links. Okay, to reach 5, but why 13 is not coming? 12, oh, sorry, 24 is also there.
So what do you do?
Okay, now see, to reach 5, right? What is the best? 460800, right? If you check this, so IP route EIGRP, to reach 5, which is the best? 460800, right? Let's come here, 460800. So this is the way how they calculate. This is also, but this is very high, so that's why it is not in the routing table. Okay, so this is the process how we used to calculate the matrix. Okay, okay, okay. EIGRP default routing, configure anything and just run like this, network 000. So EIGRP default routing will be configured. And what is the benefit of configuring default routing? That
when you add new network.
yes, when you add new, when you remove, no need to change. And where engineers do need to configure this thing, because suppose I have some remote site. In that remote site, I just configure EIGRP and come back, right? On the router there is security, there is privilege, no one can enter. So if something is there, some changes is there, so you instead of going there, right, you just configure default. So no need to configure, reconfigure like that. Okay. Okay, EIGRP manual neighborship. Okay. So first I'll explain you the EIGRP configuration, then we'll work on this manual neighborship. Why we should know about need to be configured manual neighborship. Okay. EIGRP manual neighborship. Now situation is, see how the situation is. Suppose this is your headquarter router. Okay, so headquarter router is connected with ISP, and there are some branch routers. These are your branch routers, right? So all your branch routers and your headquarter routers, they are connected, right, to you via ISP, right? So via public link, WAN address, right? Okay, now so let's configure that one first. So let's come here. IST headquarter, IST2, IST3, and these PCs. So I'm just configuring routing. Conf t router EIGRP 10 network. Okay, so I have three network. One is loopback, one is 12, and one is 192, right? So 1.1.1.1 network 192.168.10.0, and then network 12.1.1.0. and what is the wildcard mask of 29?
7.
No auto, right? Now come here to IST2, which is my another branch router. Conf t router EIGRP 10 network 2.2.2.2 network 12.1.1.0 0.0.0.0.7 and no auto. Neighborship came up. R3 branch router. Conf t router EIGRP 10 network 3.3.3.3 and network 12.1.1. No auto, right? No problem. So if I'm coming here on the headquarter router, so IP route, all these networks are coming, right? See, 2 is my branch router network, 3 is also my branch router network, everything is okay. If my PCs wanted to ping to branch 2 and 3, right? Ping 2.2.2.2, they are communicating, right? No problem. Now ping 3.3.3.3, they are pinging, no problem, right? Okay, but the problem will come when the hacker will come in the place. Okay. Now what hacker will do, you know, hacker is also connected in the internet, and so what hacker is doing, hacker has enabled default routing. Okay, so once hacker has enabled default routing, so you know, if you are EIGRP and I am EIGRP, we will become neighbor. So if you see here, hacker will also get all the so IP route. See, hacker is also getting your all branch routers and your network also, all this. So hacker can also ping to your network and he can penetrate your network. Now, so what is the condition, how we can secure this? So you have two options. Okay, one, either you configure manual neighborship or you should configure authentications. Okay, so we'll see authentication also, but now we are going to see about manual neighborship. Okay, so how the manual neighborship is configured. Okay, so come to the headquarter router. So in the manual neighborship, I have already written one condition that IST headquarter you have to make neighbor with R2, and IST headquarter you have to make neighbor with R3, not R3 and R2 become neighbor. Okay, so neighbor is like this. If
they
R2
all become neighbor to R.
Yes.
Headquarter.
See, if R2 users wanted to communicate to R3, so they should come here and they should go like this. They should not communicate like this. Okay, just for security reasons. So come here, IST headquarter. First you say that conf t no router EIGRP 10. First remove the routing, and then you say router EIGRP 10 network. You have 1.1.1.1. First you advertise your all network. Okay, or before you advertise, you say that neighbor, who is your neighbor? 12.1.1.2. Are you understanding? See, here is 12.1.1, this is 12.1.1.2, and this is 12.1.3. Okay, so this 12 neighbor is connected to you via E0 by 1. So you write here E0 by 1. Okay, another neighbor I have, which is router 3. His IP is this, and he is connected to me via E0 by 1. Okay, then network, then you advertise 1.1.1.1, then network 192.168.10.0 255, and then network 1.1 is already 12, sorry, 12.1.1.0 7. What extra command we have added? This only, right? Yes. Now come to R2. Here also you write exit. First you write here no router EIGRP. First remove the neighbors router EIGRP configuration. Then come here router EIGRP 10 neighbor 12.1.1.1. he is connected to me via E0 by 0. Then network, what network I have? I have 2.2.2.0 network 12.1.1.0 no auto. Neighborship came up, no problem. Let's come to R3. Remove the router EIGRP, then router EIGRP 10 neighbor 12.1. headquarter router and E0 by 0 network 12.1.1. 3.3.3.3 network 12.1.1.0 7 no auto exit. Okay, everything is okay. Now if I am coming on headquarter router, so IP route, see you are getting all routes 1 2 3. 1 is for headquarter, 2 is for second branch R2, 3 is for third branch R3. No problem. PC also they wanted to communicate to 2, they are communicating. So headquarter users are able to communicate to all branch users. Now come to hacker. Before hacker was able to get the routings, but now hacker is not able the routes. He is not getting the routes. And before hacker was able to communicate, but now hackers are not able to communicate, right? So the hacker problem is
communication.
No,
Is solved.
Solved. So let's remove this hacker. So when the hacker problem is solved, we have removed the hackers. Now what is the second problem? Second problem is when you configure like this. So this is IST R2 router, right? This is another branch router.
This kids. Wow. Are you recording?
Okay, so if I am coming on branch router R2, so IP route, see you are getting 1, right? From headquarter. Your 2 is your own, right?
This is okay. This is for
Okay.
R2.
Okay, 2 is your own and 10 you are getting from headquarter, no problem. But where is 3? 3. This branch router 3.
It's not there.
Okay, now come to R3. R3 branch router, 1 is there,
2 is not there.
10 is there, but where is 2? So remember in RIP also we have worked on this RIP manual never save, right? So what is happening? What is happening here? See, R2 is sharing his network to him. Okay. So headquarter router is receiving this network on E0 by 1. Okay. And he is receiving it. Second, this R3 router is sending this 3 on this E0 by 1 and he is receiving. Okay. But what is the problem in EIGRP and all the routers? That whatever network I am receiving on the same interface, I am not going to send you back on the same interface. That is the EIGRP split horizon. Okay, split horizon rule. So let's come here talk about this. Is saying that split horizon route advertisement is saying that in computer networking, split horizon route advertisement is a method of preventing routing loops in distance vector routing protocols. Okay, only RIP and EIGRP, not OSPF. Distance vector routing protocol, by blocking a routes from advertising a route back to the same interface from where it was learned. So that's why if in this R1 is receiving but R1 is not sharing with R3, is the same thing, that is saying that I am receiving this network on the same interface but I am not going to advertise from the same interface. So what you have to configure here, you have to come here on IST headquarter router, okay, and then you have to come here conf t interface. Which interface is creating problem? E0 by, so interface E0 by 1, no IP split horizon EIGRP 10 exit. And once it is done, they will reconfigure. See, split horizon change, and then if you are coming on R2, now see 1 2 3 is there. Come here, 1 2 3 is there. Okay, So this is your EIGRP manual neighborship configuration. Okay, so this lab we have configured. Okay, this lab is for you. Okay, but commands are already written there. Okay, now EIGRP route summarization. What is route summarization? In the networking we have already done. Means subnetting. Subnetting is that breaking one network into multiple network. Summarization is collecting multiple networks to one network, right? Okay. Okay, so we'll work on this summarization lab. Let's come here to EIGRP summarization, route summarization.